Okay, today I wanted to kind of talk about a thing that I think is kind of funny, and it goes into what I kind of call tactical fashion. And for the longest, I was kind of making fun of it, but it has stuck around now for so long, and so many people use it that I kind of decided to try it out myself. And I'm going to take all my jokes back because it kind of works, right? I've been in this business for so long that when I started out, fanny packs was actually a thing. Yes, I know. The 90s and the 80s and whatever, and we would have a fanny pack, and we mostly used it to carry a handgun, and that kind of led us into the excuse of carry a fanny pack on details. And I'm glad that fashion trend kind of is over. That came back a couple of years ago, but it was now super exclusive, super expensive fanny packs. So I doubt people bought them to keep their handguns in, right? But the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years, I've kind of noticed a new trend that is kind of interesting to me. And that is whenever you go out and you see other details, a lot of details now, detail members carry small backpacks. And we here at EP Access and via CERT have had our own backpack that we kind of, or sling pack that we called for the EP admin bag, right? But for me, that was always a travel bag. It wasn't something I would wear on a detail because I feel like, one, I look stupid. Two, I don't feel I should wear a backpack when I'm actually protecting somebody. And I felt that if I was ever in some kind of a confrontation with anybody, there is a chance of me getting stuck, which I really don't want to, right? So there was a couple of things that hold me back from actually wearing it on details. But I can see people nowadays, they wear these smaller packs, which is one of the ones I have here, like this one, which is from Viktos. And I kind of wanted to talk about that today, and I actually have two different ones that I use for details. And today I just been a backup driver for a detail that came through here in Vegas. So I thought it was a good time to kind of show my take on these backpacks. And what I really like about having all my stuff in this one right now is that it fits in the center console. So it's out of the way from everybody. But if I, for some reason, got called to leave the car here, because as I said, I served as a backup driver, I either have to go and help out or things change or whatever, I can grab this backpack here and or sling bag or whatever we call them, and I would have all my stuff with me, right? And I think there's one thing that I kind of want to beat the drum for, and that is that if you all of a sudden start wearing a sling pack, or you start wearing a fanny pack, or even a small backpack, more power to you. But challenge yourself, because you need to have all the right gear with you, right? And if you carry a small pack around with you, there is no excuse for you not having the gear that you need, right? Okay, so if I want to break this pad down here really quickly, what I really like about this pack here is that it's flexible. It only has one kind of like carabiner here in the end, which is a quick release. So should I be tied up in something, it's relatively easy to me to either rip it apart or take it off, right? I can move it from side to side down here, so I can use it on either right or left side. There's a couple of little attachments here where you can put stuff that you can put a carabiner in. What I like to do here is have one or two carabiners already installed. So if I have to carry car keys or either other stuff or whatever, I can kind of like put it in here. Another thing that I really like is that this bag opens up in both sides too, right? So I can get into it from both sides if I have to. And that proves to be really, really helpful. When I open it up, you can see that here in the back, I typically have 2 escape masks in here because I really feel that it's something that I need to carry and a lot of people don't carry. But hotel fires and fire in general is a problem, and we need to be prepared for it. And it's not enough for me to carry one. Of course, I need one for my client as well, right? I also always carry one of these, right? And typically I also have a little pack of wipes in here in case I have to go use the bathroom, but more importantly, in case my client has to use the bathroom. But what I really like about these shampoo shower pouch is that you can pretty much shower in them. If I open them up, they fold out to be about this big, and they have soap and everything in them, right? So you can kind of do what we in Europe call a dry shower, and it doesn't have too much of a smell to it. So if I don't get a chance to go home or go back to the hotel or whatever, and it's been a long day, and like today I was handling a ton of luggage, it's always nice to keep one of these around. Our friends over at Premier Body Armor, Alex and his crew over there, they actually make a body armor panel for this bag that fits right in here, and they make them for most of these sling bags. So go check out Premier Body Armor. They make some really, really cool stuff for your backpack and your sling packs and whatever. And if you carry this, why would you carry it without a body armor panel, right? I know it doesn't cover your full body and whatever, but if you're already carrying the bag, why not? On this detail, which specifically not to carry guns, so I have my taser in here in case I need it, and I typically have an extra taser cartridge in there as well, right? I picked this color because I try not to always have too much black stuff and look too tactical and whatever. And the tactical look is probably the only downfall I have about this bag. Anyway, back to my walkthrough. On the outside here, I typically carry some cash because I'm on a detail. I carry my business cards. I have me and the client's hotel key in here, so I know where it is and I have easy access to it. And I always carry some duct tape in here as well, because we all know that we can't live without duct tape, right? There is a pouch out here in the front I can open all the way up, which is really, really nice. And if I go back here, you can kind of look at it and see I have a charging cable for my phone. I have an extra Apple charger because whenever we sit down, we charge our phones, right? So they're always up to date. I have a tourniquet. I have an extra flashlight. I have power for my mobile phone. In case we don't get to somewhere and I run out of power, I can't be without communication. And I always carry one of these analogs here. I've done a ton of videos for these over the years, and I cannot recommend them enough because they're really, really good to secure a door, right? And in these days where active shooter and mass shootings and whatever is a thing, if you ever have to secure a door so you don't have to stand and hold it, this is really the way to go. And there's, in my mind, no excuse for not having one of these in your backpack, right? You can slow people down if they're trying to get into you, or you can fortify the door, or you can sleep at night in the hotel because the door is locked, right? Then I have my little boo-boo kit, which is always nice to have, right? Because we all know that we carry trauma kits and all of that stuff around, but it's rare that we use them. Where the little boo-boo kit I built in this, and don't mind the medical kit bag here, it's just because it's the perfect size bag for me to build a little boo-boo and a Medita kit. I have everything that the clients could possibly need on a day-to-day kind of basis and movement. And also myself, you know, I sit here and work these 8 15-hour days or whatever. If you have a headache or whatever, you need to be sure that that you can kind of cope with that, right? So it's really important that you develop a kit that kind of fits you and fits your client, right? And it fits in here pretty good. Then I also up here have a place for my sunglasses, which is really important for me because if you know how many sunglasses I've scratched up over the years, it's crazy. This one here is all soft and whatever, and I don't scratch my sunglasses. I have a pair of rubber gloves in here that you always need to have around with you, right? And if I ever carry any, sometimes, you know, when we've done crowd walks or walk through the crowd or whatever, clients have handed me stuff that I have to hold. I have put it in here so I kind of know where it is, right? And yeah, I like the size of the pack. I like the way it fits. And I like that it breaks up the all black so it's not too tactical. I wish maybe it had a little bit of a different outside look, but in my mind, this is okay, especially if I'm not working directly client coverage. If I was working with the client directly, I wouldn't use this backpack here. Oh yeah, and I forgot. On the back side here on this Molly, I have access to 2 pens in case we need to write something down, or in case I need a little bit of a kind of like persuasion for people to move or whatever. I got them back here where I actually have access to them when I need them. I also put one of these ultra clips on here, and that's more as a backup, because a lot of times I like bringing these clips with me, because if I need to make sure that I have something that I need all the time, if there's an agenda, whatever, it's nice to be able to move these around and clip stuff in, right? And when I have it here in the back, it's out of the way and I know where it is all the time. All right, but check it out. It's a Viktos bag, and Premier Body Armor made the insert, and I really, really like this bag. Christian West from EP Access out.